Once again, there was an attack on Jewish people in America, making it abundantly clear that Jews and maybe even supporters of Israel and the Jewish people are not safe like they once were in the United States of America. And all of this came the same day that the media spread a disgusting lie about Israel. Let's get into it. I'm Justin Hilton, and this is the Israel Guys. So an Egyptian man who was in the U.S. illegally after his visa expired in 2023 threw 2 Molotov cocktails at a pro-Israel gathering in Boulder, Colorado, injuring 8 people. Police said that Sunday night that one of the victims was in critical condition and 2 suffered burn injuries severe enough that they had to be airlifted to a Denver hospital for treatment. This is from the Times of Israel. An FBI agent said the attacker threw 2 lit Molotov cocktails into the hostage rally while shouting "Free Palestine." The firebombs ignited in the crowd, causing burn injuries to 8 of the participants. After he was arrested, a black plastic container with a yellow lid was found nearby. Inside were at least 14 unlit Molotov cocktails made of glass wine bottles or ball jars with gasoline inside and red rags hanging out of the top. Also nearby was a backpack weed sprayer loaded with gasoline. Authorities have said that he used a makeshift flamethrower during the attack. And apparently he looked up on YouTube how to make Molotov cocktails since he couldn't buy a firearm being in the U.S. illegally. An affidavit filed by an FBI agent in the U.S. District Court of Colorado said that, quote, he stated that he wanted to kill all Zionist people and wished they were all dead, adding that he vowed to, quote, do it again. The Jewish community of Boulder responded and said, quote, we are saddened and heartbroken to learn that an incendiary device was thrown at walkers at the Run for Their Lives walk on Pearl Street as they were raising awareness for the hostages still held in Gaza. And here was Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danone's response.
We are facing a wave of anti-Semitic terror against Jews in the United States. We expect the authorities not only to declare, but to take actions against those terrorists and those who incite against Jews. We are determined to bring back all the hostages and to win this war. We will continue to fight until all of the hostages are back home.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also condemned the attack. He said, quote, my wife and I and the entire state of Israel pray for the full recovery of the wounded in the vicious terror attack. This attack was aimed against peaceful people who wish to express their solidarity with the hostages held by Hamas simply because they were Jews. Guys, this attack happened the same day that the media decided to spread a modern-day blood libel about Israel. And this is scary. We're going to get into those headlines and how they were proved to be false. But first, I want to give you something practical you can do to support Israel. If you, like many people I know, love Israel but aren't able to make it over here to the Holy Land, or if you're inspired by the Jewish families living out God's promises on the front lines, or if you simply want to walk out God's words to Abraham in Genesis 12 of blessing the nation of Israel, then you need to check out our friends over at Blessed by Israel. What these guys do is bring the amazing products of families in the biblical heartland to people all around the world. From Israel to your doorstep, you can enjoy awesome products like extra virgin olive oil, coffee, which is roasted to perfection by Agro Cafe, which I absolutely love. I drink at least 1 cup a day here in the office. Delicious raw honey, jewelry, organic spices, handcrafted ceramics, much more, all from wonderful small family-owned businesses in Israel. Be a part of encouraging and investing in the people of Israel, and also enjoy high-quality products at the same time. Head over to blessedbyisrael.com to purchase beautiful boutique products and make your impact today. Use the code INVEST for $5 off your first order at blessedbyisrael.com. You can also find the link in the description below. Here are some headlines from the mainstream media that ran earlier in the day before the attack happened. The Washington Post. At least 31 people were killed Sunday morning in southern Gaza, according to the Strip's health ministry, when Israeli troops opened fire on crowds making their way to collect aid. Newsweek, at least 31 dead after Israeli troops fired on Gaza crowd, witnesses say. Sky News, at least 31 people killed in Israeli attack near aid distribution site, Gaza Health Ministry says. And I also saw one that said Israeli military massacres 31 starving Palestinians at U.S.-run food aid site. Now, I'm not saying that the attack was directly connected to these headlines, but I also don't think it's a coincidence that these ran the same day that the attack happened. The IDF ran an investigation into this accusation. They said that no, their troops in fact did not open fire on Palestinian civilians trying to get aid, and they actually released footage of Palestinian fighters, whether they were Hamas or Palestinian Islamic Jihad, firing on their own people. They released drone footage showing masked gunmen firing at civilians in Khan Yunis at what the IDF said was the time of the incident. The Red Cross reported 21 deaths and 179 injuries from what it called a mass casualty incident, saying most of the victims suffered gunshot or shrapnel wounds. The Gaza Health Ministry, which, remember, is run by Hamas, and all of these news media were quoting the Gaza Health Ministry, they set the death toll at 31, claiming all victims had been shot in the head or chest. Hamas called the incident a massacre, accusing Israel of luring civilians to a pre-announced aid point before opening fire. Now, the scary thing, I think, about all of this is that at the time of researching this show, none of those headlines that I read earlier had been taken down. Now, they may have put out new headlines with different reports, but those blood libels are still up on the internet for all to see, while Jewish people and those who support them are facing attack and threats in America. Guys, we need to change this. We need to continue to pray for the people of Israel, for the Jewish people. Prayer is a very important weapon that we should definitely not take for granted. So let's continue to pray for the safety of the Jewish people, and that the Jewish people would all wake up and return home to Israel before it's too late. Guys, don't forget to check out Blessed by Israel to show your support for the people of Israel. Get amazing products at the same time. Just go to blessedbyisrael.com or click the link in the description below. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.